Redundancy, a Crossout video by Dangerously Incompetent. I felt like trying a cannon build in Off We Go, so I went to the exhibition and I searched on the helicopter propeller part and I found the cannon builds, and I found this one seemed fairly popular, 600 odd likes, and it looks okay. So I downloaded that, put it in my assembled it in my garage, and then it's got a radar, which is good. It's nice. It's a lot easier to shoot people when instead of a little speck in the distance, they're a little speck in the distance with their name and a nice big marker on top of them telling you where they are. So radar, good, but it doesn't have a radio. So I added a radio because if I'm fighting an enemy, I do like the rest of the team to have it nicely marked out for them so they can shoot and help me. Help me. Yeah, that's a forlorn hope really, isn't it? But worth a try, I thought. Off I toddled into battle and did okay with the build, flying around, looping the loop, shooting the enemy with a cannon. It's got 3 Avengers cannon, see, right there at the front, and was doing okay. And then all of a sudden, all 3 cannon just fell off, which I thought was a bit odd. I carried on playing, and it did it again. All 3 went from full health, undamaged, to no weapons in a split second. Boom, gone. So I dragged it into the garage and had a look under the hood and poked around a bit, and then I found, to my dismay, that all 3 cannon are attached to the cabin. So there's the middle cannon, there's a side cannon, another one over there, there's the cabin, and they're all attached via this one frame piece. So this frame piece gets shot off, boom, or the cannon fall off, and this bit of structure here, which is a bit of a weakness, a bit of a flaw in a build, having all the most of the important bits attached to your cabin via one piece. And it's odd that it should have this flaw because the author of this build is CrossoutLovers, and apparently he is the #1 best author of all time. So, oh dear, he's put a flaw in his build. Okay, so the single point of failure, well actually there's 2 points of failure, because if you shoot this frame off, you also lose all 3 cannon. But both of them are frames, and frames have 90% shoot through, so that makes them more durable. But it still just takes 240 points of damage on either of these 2 parts, and you've lost all your cannon. Whereas if you were shooting the cannon off directly, each of them has got 217, so it's going to take over 600 points to get rid of damage to get rid of all 3 cannons if you were shooting the cannons directly, whereas it only needs 240 points here or 240 points here. What's even odder about the flaw being left on the build is that there's an easy fix. You can get rid of the flaw quite easily. See this narrow wing? You pull it back 1 pin and then take the cannon and shove it backwards, and it's now attached to the cabin. Do the same on the other side, and both the side cannons are actually holding on to the center cannon. So to strip all the weapons off this build, you now have to destroy not just one frame, but you have to destroy both side cannons as well, and then the front cannon can fall off. There are 2 things you should take away from this video. 1, analyze your build for redundancy. Important stuff should be attached to your cabin via more than one part. That way your build can suffer damage and yet remain effective in battle. And 2, just because a build is popular on the exhibition doesn't mean it's flawless and can't be improved. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe, etc. And I'll see you in the air for more aerial battles in Off We Go. Off you going? Off we go? Off you go? Go on. Off we go.